Hello, welcome to this video. So in this video I will show you how to create uh, how to map point using IEC 61A50 CID files. For this we need IED Wizard license and also IEC 61A50 license active. I will be explain following what the manual said, so it will be more structure. So we can start with the communication line first. It's typical communication line, similar with other protocol. So you need to create the communication line first. I've created one for the communication line. This one. So you can. I will double click in this, and then you can create the name of the communication line, link the status, choose the protocol in here, and also you need to apply default. And yeah, it's similar with typical communication line configuration. And then second things is for the connection part, should shows disable, but in the new version we have this column. You don't have to fill anything in this because we will set it in the IED Wizard later. And then for the communication line, IC61A50, you need to fill the local nodes name. In here I have filled the local nodes name master. I will show you after this on how creating the local nodes. It's simple one. And here is the default. Other things is the default, and you can read the details of the explanation on each item in here on the manual. Okay, like fractional millisecond in here, disconnect the retimer in here, so you can read all the information from this manual. And on statistic you don't have to fill anything, and nothing required in here. And then for OC node, yeah, it will be related to this one. So let's move to the OC node now. You'll find it in, let's see, I believe, yeah, in here the OC node is in the data exchange section of the SDC Explorer. Here it is. So in default there is no OC node in here, so you need to create, right click in here, then click new. Okay, so the one that I already said, I will double click on this one. So you need, for one device you need two OC node. First is local and second is remote. So here's the configuration for the local. You just need to type the name and then click the radio button, the local radio button, and then just IC61A50 default. Then you can click OK. You will see that for the AP title and else, it's not important for the local one. And then after that, after you create the local, then you can go to communication line, double click IC, then you can choose the master. Then for the remote one, you need to define the IP address of the device. Let's say the relay protection, then you can set the IP address of the device in here. Create the name different with the local one, and then click the remote in here. And then other than that, you can just click IC61A50 default. So again, write the name, click remote, type the IP of the IED, IC61A50 defaults, click OK. Then you're done with OC nodes. Now we are moving to the IED Wizard. To creating the IED. So the IED means we will create the virtual device in here. that represent the relay protection or the field devices. So for that, we need to create the template first from the CID file. So on creating the template, we need to go to this directory. Let's check. Okay, oops, yeah. Okay, so you can go to program files, Quindra, and SCADA client. In here you will see template maker. You can run it as administrator, then it will open this window, right? So for this, you need to have the CID files that generate by the relay protection or BCU or other fit devices that using IEC 61850. Okay, now click new template, type the name. For this one I will create the manufacturer name is Siemens, because I will use CID that comes from relay protection, Siemens relay protection. Then device, let's say the type is E70, and then the abbreviation I will just type not this, just you can type anything in here. Choose the protocol, uh, and then you can type the version, any version that you want. For this one I will choose standard. For the RTU type I will choose other, because it just Scout, Hunter, and other. And then choose this one as SCL. Then for this one you can choose this one, or include logical device name in all point names. So you can read about that in details, I guess, in here. Yes, no. So there is some condition that you need to choose this one, and the other condition you can just choose the default one, this one. And then you can click browser, find the CID file, then you can open it. Then after that you can click edit template. It will open an Excel files consists of the CID file points, this one. Okay, in case you want to edit something, you can edit it from here, but I guess the CID file is already represent all any information that comes from the IED, so you don't have to do any editing in here. So just close it, and then after that you can save it. Save template, you can choose the directory anywhere you want. For me I will create this in this directory. Then I will save it. See, done success, done success, done success, done success. So basically it will create 4 files when you create a template from CID file. Now you can click exit. Now let's open the directory here, then you will see this. Okay, then you need to copy this 4 file to the template. So you can go to this template, and then you need to move the 4 files generated by template maker to this directory, program files, Quindar, SCADA client templates. Then just place it in here. Then done. You've done creating the template. Now we can go continue with the SCADA Explorer. For on this part, please ensure that you already put a right directory for the template path. If not, then you need to click this, then find the template directory. Okay, then click OK. Now we can start creating the IED using IED Wizard. Right click in here. So let's say I want to create I want to map this ID to this comm line. Right click in here, new IED. then it will shows this pop-up window. Then you can type, you can choose the manufacturer. We just created Siemens, then device is A70 version standard, and it will automatically find the file name in here. Then you can type the station name. Let's say if you want to create a new station, just type, let's say, new, no, just type wine. No, I'll just create Siemens. Okay. Description: this station consists of point comes from Siemens relay, let's say. And then for point name prefix, you can just left it blank if you want, or you can just put any name. Let's say if you have more than two feeder, more than one Siemens device that you want to put in this station, then you could specify the point name prefix on each device, like A1 or A2. So it will define which point that point belongs to. External name prefix is the important one, so you need to understand what is the external name of the device. You need, if you have the CID file, I can show you. So if you have the CID file, then you can find out the external name from the CID file itself. You can open it by Notepad, or for me I did Notepad Plus, and you will see the ID name is nameplate. So it really depends on the device. In case the device has different name, you can just type the different name in here. So each device should each device from in one network should has a different I mean unique external name. So in here I will just create nameplate. And then parent station, if you want to put it in, if you want to use this station as child station, then you can just choose the parent station name. In here I just have this one, so I will just drag it in here. So the Siemens station will create under this station. If you're not specify this, just leave it blank, then it will be station that has similar level with this with TIC 61850 station. Next, then yeah, description, comm line, RTU. No, because we are using the settings of the IP will be comes from the comm line, from the OC node, so we choose the network from use comm line, and the address we need to specify, let's say 1, let's say 12. So it depends on the device. Then you can click the edit switch, and you need to define the remote nodes, the one that we created before. Then master air, so it will define the master, and so it will define that which one the local is the that we assign in the comm line, and the master and the remote one we assign it on the device itself. If you want to know details on each information in here, you can go find out in the manual. You can read each definition in here. Okay, so for now I will just I guess this multiple report instance, and then for the time base use in default it's UTC, but if you want to use local it's also possible, and you need to specify the edition of IC 61X50 that the device use. Okay, now you can just click OK, then next. You can leave it as default. Next. It also, you don't have to fill in anything. Next. And then this is the final part. So yeah, so you can choose the points in here. So in case you want to add more point, you can just, let's see, sorry, yeah, this one. So if it's something that you can read, then you can just check it. Okay, if you don't want to read something, then you can just change it. Okay, let's say I want to add this one. Oh, it's just a status. So let's say I will add this one, and if you find analog points, then you can just choose analog inputs and text points, accumulators, analogs. So I add this one. I will click OK. So in case I didn't add anything, then I will just click Save IED. But because I added something in there, then I need to create another version. It's not the standard, but edited. Save as. So this one name is this one. So the default is standard. So I will just use edited. Save. Now I've done, and in case you want to change the report part, you can also change it from here. Any parameter that you want to specify on the report, you can choose it in here. For the details, you can go to here. If you don't if you want to use the default, it also could works, and nothing significant. Close. Now you can just click Save ID. Okay, you can click Exit, and you will find it in here, the Siemens name, status point, analog point. That's all. So we're done with the how to mapping IC61A50 and how can we use IED Wizard to map IC61A50. If you want to understand how to monitor it, you can also go to this manual and find out on this on the chapter 7, monitoring communication. And if you want to understand the compliance, you can go to chapter 8, conformance statement, so you will understand what IC61A50 surveillance could do and what couldn't do. That's all. Thank you.